Welcome everybody to another episode of Rewind the Times. Man, hope everybody's doing good today. I wanted to come on here and talk about a few things that occurred over the weekend. First of all, I hope everybody had a great Valentine's Day. Hope you had a great day with either your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your partner, whatever it is. Hope you guys had a great day with your otter, or your other, as I call my girlfriend my otter half. Otters like otters. I had a great Valentine's Day with my girlfriend. Had a really nice time. We went to Applebee's and had about 2 drinks of alcohol, and I was gone. I'm such a lightweight. We had a nice dinner. Just had a great overall day with her, and so I'm back. The last couple of days off. I went to work last night, but a lot of things happened over the weekend, and I wanted to talk about something else that's happening right now that's kind of aggravating me a little bit. And I want to say it's going to be definitely a warning. Now I'm not going to spoil it here, but I want to tell you about what to look out for. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Flash trailer. Holy shit, man. Batman Keaton is back. I must have watched this trailer 5 or 6 times, man. I am so jacked to see him playing Batman again. He looks great. As soon as I heard him say, "I'm Batman," I actually screamed. Dude, I'm 42 years old, and I screamed like a little kid. You know, as people that watch my channel know, Batman is I love DC. Batman is my favorite superhero of all time. I love so many versions of Batman. I mean, I do. I love all the versions of Batman. I love it because each character brings a certain something to that role. Whether that person's playing, because they're playing 2 people. They're playing Bruce Wayne and they're playing Batman. And I love how, Bale's Bruce Wayne is different from his Batman, and I love all those different versions. I grew up loving. I'm not that old. I'm 42, but I grew up watching the classic 1966 Batman TV show with Adam West. They call him the Bright Knight. He's one of my favorite Batmans of all time. He's very campy. Has the blue and gray suit with the yellow belt. I loved watching that Batman. I came home from school every day, and WLVI channel 56 or Fox 64 or channel 36 on my the old black and white TVs or the colored TVs, but the old, anyone that's older will know what I mean. The TVs with the backs on them, the flat screens. From 4:30 to 5, and then 5 to 5:30, because Batman always has like 2 episodes. It's always Batman gets caught at the end of the first episode, and then the beginning of the second episode he escapes and then catches the bad guy. So what was really cool about the classic Batman TV show back in the day, how they showed it on TV, because I wasn't born in 1966. I didn't see the original casting. I seen the reruns. Is the 4:30 show from 4:30 to 5 would show the second part of yesterday's first part, of that 2-parter, and then the 5 o'clock would show the first part of the 2-parter, and then the next day would show on and on. I love that. Then growing up, 1989, I believe it was in June or July, it was in the summertime. I remember that. My mom took me to go see Batman with Michael Keaton, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Fell in love with that movie. Loved Keaton's version. I remember when Keaton got selected to play Batman, people really crapped on him. This is the guy who played Mr. Mom, Duplicity. This is, the dream team. And now most people, that's their favorite Batman. I absolutely love his version. Out of Batman and Batman Returns, my favorite is actually Batman Returns, because hear me out when I say this. Batman, the first one, 1989. Yes, Batman's in it, but it's more of a Joker story. It's more of a Joker's origin story, if you think about it. How Jack Napier becomes the Joker. Jack Nicholson's character. It is a Batman movie, but to me, it's also a good Joker origin story. And then Batman Returns, just something about that Batmobile, the new technology that was added to it. I love the villains, even though Jack Nicholson's Joker was amazing. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer looked incredibly sexy and just incredible incredible in her role as Catwoman, and then you had Danny DeVito as Penguin. Something was just, and I love the wintertime. I love the wintertime. I love the fall, and obviously Batman Returns takes place around Christmas, so I love that version. And then all of a sudden, he didn't come back. Batman didn't come back because of, probably politics and stuff like that. I believe he didn't come back because of they wanted to tone it up a little bit, and he didn't want it. He wanted it to be dark, and he also changed from Tim Burton to Joel Schumacher, and then Val Kilmer came in, and Val Kilmer was a good Batman. Val Kilmer gets a lot of shit taken on him, but his Bruce Wayne's very, very good, and it's still good Batman. I mean, he's a good Batman, but he's very good Bruce Wayne. And then George Clooney, who everyone says is the worst Batman. I like George Clooney's Bruce Wayne. It's just his Batman. He looks kind of odd in the suit to me. It's still Batman to me, but it's just, he's got a really good Bruce Wayne, the Playboy version of him. I think he does a really good job of playing that. And then obviously throughout the years we've had Robert Pattinson's, Ben Affleck, who, man, it's that's what sucks about this Flash trailer, which looks amazing. I cannot wait to see this movie. I will be there opening it with my girlfriend. I am so fucking excited. Excuse my language. I've heard this movie people said that James Gunn said this, not people. James Gunn said this is going to be one of the best. He's already seen it. He said it's going to be one of the best comic book movies of all time. And if the trailer is good as the movie as he's saying it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be. The trailer's just amazing. The trailer's already had I think 5.4 million views in 4 days. The movie looks incredible. I mean, Ezra Miller, say what you want to say. When I do see him on the screen, I don't see Ezra, I see Barry Allen, because that's how my mind works. C. Keaton, I should say. Sasha Calle as Supergirl, and then Zod's coming back with Fiora. Oh man, and who knows what else we're gonna see with cameos in this movie. Just that trailer is just mind-blowing. It blows your mind. It's just incredible. It's hyped me up. I was excited to see that movie anyways. It's got me even more excited to see it. But it's also a sad ending too, because I hope it's really not the last time we see Ben Affleck's Batman. I love his version. And the reason I love his version because he plays the Frank Miller version, the Dark Knight version of Batman, and I love that version with the short pointy ears, and I really love the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Returns. I love that. I love the comic book version. I love the movie of it, the 2-part movie. And Ben Affleck plays him great. An older version of Bruce Wayne who's out of retirement and comes back, and I just, dude, if you guys haven't seen that or anyone hasn't seen that, please go see the Dark Knight Returns, the comic book movie. It's so good, man. He also has a battle of Superman in it. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it's so good. Basically, he retires for a long time, and he's an older man. I want to say he's in his 50s, maybe pushing 60, but I want to say late 50s. And he retired for 8 or 10 years, and he comes back. And Ben Affleck plays his version. The ears, the suit. I love his suit. The suit in the movie looks amazing. I mean, this movie looks incredible, guys. I mean, this might be my most anticipated movie. Well, Black Adam was too. I couldn't wait to see Black Adam. This movie looks like it's gonna be $1 billion movie, and that's what stinks. Is because it's supposed to be the closing of the DCEU and then the opening of the DCU, and it sucks because it's what if the DCU got their shit together? What if things were supposed to go the right way? Look what would have happened. This movie looks great. It's I don't want to see the DCU end. I'm a big fan of it. I love Zack Snyder's version. Zack Snyder's his vision. Absolutely love his vision. And this movie is definitely taking things out of. It's definitely taking things off of Zack Snyder. It's 100%. You know what I mean? And what's really cool about the movie, the way Andy Muschietti, the director, did this movie, is that when you see Keaton, it's almost like he's filmed in the Burton version, the way Tim Burton, captured him on screen. And then when you see Ben Affleck on screen, it's almost like Zack Snyder captured him on screen. To do that by one director, being able to capturing the way another director's eye on that character, and Andy Muschietti did it. It's amazing. I want this guy doing almost all the DC movies if he's gonna do it like this. To be able to capture another director's eye in like not just the whole movie, different versions of that Batman. The way he did it is just simply amazing, and I cannot wait to see this movie. So I'm super excited. I hope you guys get your tickets because I know I am going to get mine opening night. It is definitely, man, it is definitely going to be a Scream, man. I can't wait to see that movie. Speaking of Scream, this is a little bit of a spoiler. I'm a big Scream fan. I love Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees and Ghostface are my two favorite icons. I like Michael Myers too, but it's Ghostface and Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees first and then Ghostface. It's not 1A and 1B. It's 1 is Jason Voorhees and 2 is Ghostface. Well, one thing I've always loved about the Scream movies, especially with Scream 6 coming out March 10th, is I love the whodunit. Taking a guess at who it is. I love going on that ride to see who's gonna do it. And I guess somebody's seen Scream 6 and they're posting the spoilers of who the killer is online. Man, I fucking hate shit like that. I cannot stand when people do stuff like that. It ruins the movie for the people that want to see it, but more importantly, it ruins it for these actors that took their time to make this movie. It's like shitting on their work. And I you know what, man? I'm sorry. Whoever put that leak out, they need to be prosecuted. They need to be penalized to the fullest. I think that is so terrible to do stuff like that. You know, the movie still is not coming out for another 3 weeks. And everything's internet. Everything is on the internet. Everything, the whole world is technology driven. So to stay away from, to not find it, it's gonna be hard. I have not seen a clip of it. I am staying away from everything Scream 6. I got my tickets. I'm taking my boys and my girlfriend. We're going to see it. I don't want to be spoiled. So guys, if you don't want to know who the killer is, please stay off anything Scream 6. I got a quick story for you. I'll never forget seeing Scream 6 in 1996, and I believe it came out around Christmas time or January. My mom took me to see it with my friend Paul Panacchio and his brother Steve. We were just in awe because horror was kind of on a down still for a while, like a down, it just wasn't great. And all of a sudden this slasher came along and just like rejuvenized the whole horror scene. And it was I remember the movie being so good that it actually went on VHS, because that's back how it was back then, and DVD. It got taken off the shelf and then thrown back in the theaters because people wanted to see it again in the theaters. That opening scene of Drew Barrymore being killed is just amazing. I hope you guys have seen the movie, not to spoil it, but it's an amazing movie. Could not wait for Scream 2 to come out. But the point of this story is, love the Scream franchise. I think it's great. Love the whodunit. Huge big fan of that. Me and my girlfriend at the time, her name was Melissa, we were going to go see Scream 3. I believe it was I can't remember the exact age I was, but it didn't come out for like the time between Scream 2 and Scream 3 was like years, and could not wait to see this movie. I was so excited. Like I said, man, I go on that ride. I want to guess who the killer is. I look for the killer. I look for the clues. I look for all that stuff. I get into it. I get into movies. I love entertainment. I love movies. I do. And I'll never forget, I was standing in line, and I didn't want to be spoiled. I didn't want to hear no one coming out of the movie theater. I was at Apple Cinemas up in Smithfield, and I didn't want to be spoiled at all. So I remember sitting in line with my ears covered, and I remember just looking at Melissa and be like, give me the thumbs up when everybody's out of the theaters, and then we'll go take our seats. So anyways, everyone comes out because we didn't see the first showing. We saw a later showing. All of a sudden, I walk in the theater. She gives me the thumbs up, so I get up and I go to walk into the theaters. There was 2 kids ducked down in the seats. 2 young kids, teenagers. I was in my 20s when this came out, so anyways, they popped up and they're running up, literally running up out of the theater, and they yell, "I can't believe the killer's Roman Bridger, Sydney's brother." I lost my fucking mind. Because I did everything I could to not be spoiled, and these 2 shitheads gave away the killer, and everybody that was with me, it was just, dude, it sucks. Because once you know, It's still good because you want to know what the plot is still, but it does take something away. And man, I was so upset. So I don't like being spoiled. I like going on that ride. I like the who done it. I love this. So please, guys, just fair warning. Don't, if you see something, don't click on it. Just stay away from anything you can unless you want to be spoiled. That's your business. That's fine. But for me, I know for me personally, I want to go to the theaters to see it. I already bought my tickets for it. I want to be surprised. So, but all right, guys. Well, I want to come on here and just talk about those few things. Hope everybody's being safe. Hope everybody's having a good week. There's some really nice weather today over here on the East Coast, especially over here in Rhode Island. So listen, guys. Hope everybody takes care of themselves. And remember, man, God first and family. Until the next video, man. Take care, guys. Peace.